on the 22nd of April 2025. The meeting will be recorded, and I'll hand over to the officer to do the sort of initial housekeeping before we go any further. Can I ask you, please, Mr. Marston, if you could just take us through the housekeeping? Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. This is a reminder that the meeting is open to the press and public and will be recorded and appear on the Council's website soon after. Members of the committee and officers should switch their cameras on but switch off their microphones until they wish to speak. All those observing today's proceedings should have their cameras and microphones switched off at all times. I'll now start the recording and undertake a roll call. So we're aware that Councillor Ewell has submitted his apologies today, and Councillor McClellan will be subbing for him. Councillor Stirling will be chairing the meeting today. So Councillor Stirling.
Present.
Councillor Radley.
Present.
Councillor Allard. Councillor Allard.
Present.
Councillor Owen.
Check.
Yeah.
Councillor Owen. I'll skip on to Councillor Petrie.
Here.
Councillor McClellan.
Present.
Professor George Boyne, is he attending today?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Jennifer Craw.
Present.
And Serene Wood.
Present.
I'll just check one more time. Councillor Owen.
Yep, I'm here.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. I'll hand you back to the chair.
Thank you very much indeed for that. And can I ask members, please, if you have any declarations of interest or transparency statements? If you can just indicate, I'll bring you in. Jennifer?
Yep, I'd just like to make the usual statement for Opportunity North East Joint Committee members and myself. I am a board member of Food Hub NES Limited and Bio Aberdeen Limited, and I'm a director with Syrian of both Opportunity North East and ETZ Limited. We don't believe we'll get any conflicts of interest in the discussion today.
Thank you very much indeed. Councillor Owen?
A very similar statement, as I'm a board member of One Opportunity North East. And again, I don't consider there's any conflict, but just to make the normal statement that I normally make.
Thank you very much. Serene, please.
Yeah, so if I can just go along with what Jennifer said, I think that covers most things.
Perfect. Thank you very much. That'll be recorded. And Councillor Allard, please.
Same here. Transparency
Okay.
statement for one board.
Thank you very much indeed. And just for transparency, the chair and myself did receive a request to speak today, which does not comply with the standing orders that we have for this joint committee. So unfortunately, we declined the request to speak on the basis that there is no ability to do so within our standing orders. So again, just for transparency. So that takes us then to item 3 in the agenda, which is on page 3, and it's ACRD risk environment for external transportation links to Aberdeen South Harbour. And can I ask in the first instance, please, Mr. Buse, if you would introduce the report? Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Stirling. As members will recall, we've discussed this project previously, and at the last meeting that we had, an instruction was provided for officers to take reports back to the respective councils, seeking approval to via the 575,000 from each authority. Following those meetings, you can see within the report, Aberdeen City Council have agreed to that request, and there's a need to find an additional £575,000 to complete the high-risk provision for the project. In order to do that, a report went to Aberdeen City Council's Finance and Resources Committee recently, where we were given recommendations to the committee, and they agreed to those recommendations. Following on from that report, we bring this report back today with a change request, and what we're seeking, in addition to those approvals from the council, is for the Joint Committee to agree to Appendix A. And what Appendix A looks to do is to cover that high risk element by agreeing to the environment of the £575,000 from Aberdeen City Council's STA contributions to the ETLASH project. And in addition to that, a further £575,000 from the Aberdeen City Council unallocated digital contribution across to the ETLASH project as well. Just from a formal procedure point of view, the process in which we would do that is through the change control process, and that's what we've attached there at Appendix A, just to give that wider assurance that we followed the correct process to make sure that we bring these recommendations before the Joint Committee.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. View. Sorry, I was on mute. Mr. Mackay, do you wish to add anything at this juncture?
No, thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. It's open then to members to ask any questions or raise issues for clarification. I don't see any indications, and I assume that all the normal processes will be taken through this Aberdeen City Council in terms of development of the plans, etc., and all the mitigations would be considered by the City Council as this progresses. Would that be the case? Mr. Hughes?
Yeah. Yes, sorry, it would, in terms of any further approvals, as and when required, would be reported back through Aberdeen City Council. Obviously, the remit of the Joint Committee is insofar as the financial allocations through the deal.
Perfect. Thank you very much indeed for that clarification. So again, one last call for any comments or questions. I'm not seeing any. So on that basis, can I take you back to the recommendations then, please, on page 3? We're being asked to approve the material change request at Appendix A to finalise the environment of £575,000 from the Aberdeen City Council Strategic Transport Appraisal Contribution and a further £575,000 from Aberdeen City Council unallocated digital contribution to support the ETLASH project. Note the governments have conditionally approved the updated outline business case for that project. Note Aberdeen City Council has agreed to the funding in one above and accepts responsibility for managing that funding and any associated risk. And note that if any funding shortfall is identified during the development of the full business case, Aberdeen City Council will present options to address it to the Aberdeen City Region Deal Joint Committee through the existing monitoring process. So are those recommendations agreed, please?
Agreed. Yes.
And those are agreed. So thank you very much indeed. Thank you all for your attendance today and participation. Thank you, officers, again for the support and the management of the business. And can I just bring this meeting to a close? And thank you all very much indeed again for your attendance and interest in this business. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Bye now.
Bye. Bye.